Alright guys, it took me a little bit of time to build up some guts to try this one. This is another one of Brent's Australian locks. He ground the front of it off and put some kind of marking. Maybe it's going to get deep fault sets or something. Anyway, it is, I believe, a Lockwood. I say that only because it's a LW Lockwood key. We do have a key taped to the side, but I don't think we need to take that off of there. I'm going to try something a little bit new today. I'm wearing new shoes, so there you go. You guys asked for something new? You got it. Now let's see if we can get this old lock without that key. Okay, Brent has sent, this is not his first rodeo. I have seen some of the nastiness he can put together, so there's no telling what's in here. Probably nothing pretty. Alright, very light tension. It is a challenge lock, so I'm sure we have some serrateds in there all the way to the rear. And I'm just holding that in with my thumb, truly. I'm not putting any pressure on it, just enough to hold it in place. And I'm looking for a binder. In Brent's other locks, that is all it takes. Springy, everything's springy. So here we go, pin 2. And almost with no tension, that thing feels like it's caught up. It's grinding its way. Alright, I got a fault set. I'm getting counter rotation now. Got a very small click off of that. As I said, Brent has put together some pretty nasty locks in the past, so when you combine his skill with a Lockwood, which has really tight tolerances, I have a very deep fault set now. I usually get in trouble with his locks, quite honestly. Looking for feedback and I'm not finding anything, so I'd be willing to bet we got some. Oh, there we go. Pin 4, a little bit of tiny counter rotation. A tiny click on him. And literally that tension wrench is just about to fall out. I found that with some of his locks, especially his threaded cores. That's what you got to do. I'm getting counter rotation, feels like pin 1. And I heard something fall. Oh my god. Well, Brent, this has, what'd you do, put master lock pins in this thing? No, I'm joking, of course. I am betting we have threaded cylinders, and I'm right about 25% of the time. So threaded cylinders and probably serrateds. We have countersunk. These are threaded actually, so probably the entire cylinder's threaded. Alright, my favorite thing to mess with, and that would, I'm going to unlock this up, and then I'm going to figure out a way. I'm going to turn that C-clip and figure out a way to get them off violently. I hate these things, man. Sometimes these are harder than the locks. Okay, no damage, no blood, and we got in this thing. Let's make sure the lock still works with the real key. So we get a look at the real key. Looks like hand filed, and a lot of high cuts there. The key is kind of rough going in there, kind of snagged up, and it's a little bit snagged coming out too. Trying not to pull the core out. Alright, it does work. So, a little bit unprepared. I really didn't expect to get it that quickly. Some of his locks have kept me busy for hours. Okay. Okay, Brent, I know what you got here. Probably something nasty, so I'm going to take a shim, just in case you have a T-pin or something in there, slide it right there. Just so we don't, just so it doesn't fall in that groove. Take that end. And let's see what we got here. I think we need to turn it the other way because the key is, crap. That is the correct way. Alright, it's only a 5-pinner, my goodness. I would have swore it had 6 pins. All different. That last one there, number 5, looks like a larger diameter. And number 3 looks like a steel pin. But enough guesswork. Standard. Standard. A serrated or kind of a groove, very wide groove in that one. Standard. And a standard. And this is interesting. Let me get my little light up here. And perhaps you can see down inside of there he is counter milled pin number 1 and pin number 5. And it looks like it's counter milled on both sides. So maybe we were supposed to get that default set and indicated by those scrapes on the front, but maybe we just missed it today. I don't know. That is a very interesting pin. You guys are going to love that. It's got a notch on it. And this one as well. What a weird looking pin. We got a spool. Looks like a Schlage commercial spool. It's bent though. I don't know if that's on purpose. Got another homemade spool. And the last one, another one of these weird ones. Alright, I'm going to hold this up here and give you a look. 3 of the pins are kind of like this. They have a groove cut on the side. Clearly that's designed to catch that counter milling, and to be honest, fellas, after looking at these pins and how well that was counter milled, I think I was probably lucky in not getting hung up. Number 2 is kind of odd though, because it's filed on both sides. Kind of a weird looking pin there. That was down, and then it has this funny looking catch in it. I don't see anything in the second hole that would have caught that. Maybe in the, let me look at the Bible, the body real quick. I'm looking for threads or notches, and I just don't see why pin number 2 is so weird. There's nothing in there to catch that. Maybe it was extra pin lying around. I really don't know. Anyway, Brent in Australia, thank you, sir, for the lock. Everybody else, stay safe, stay legal.